Okay, that immediately begins battle, and let's go and switch to this team now. And then I'll explain what's going on down there. Come on, when I select next character, there's no reason why I should go to the first group. Apparently her potions are still messed up from earlier. So who drank the first stealth potion? Apparently Halsin was still selected, even though I went to this group. That is whatever, game. That's also an impossibility under normal mechanical circumstances because you're not allowed to pan that far away from anybody. That would make sense why the next character was part of the group 1. So that means Halsin used up his bonus action already. Fine. Let's go and get this team closer. And we'll branch Asterion off for the high ground. I don't know why you're so confused. Okay. At least I can use my hotkey for the next character, but invisibility potions wore off. That's fine. We get at least some benefit out of it. Chain lightning this. This is what I was saving my action surge for. So down here, you have numerous Gondians who would be dead if you failed the motivator on the previous floor. And we're going to try to rescue all of them. Here, Halsin. You can still throw. I didn't mean for him to drink an invisibility potion, but I'm not going to have him squander his turns anyways, just to capitalize on invisibility. So yes, that would just be wasted. I've got plenty. I've literally got over 100 in the storage chest back at base. Go and stage fright. That's this one. Let me think. Should I fog cloud? It'll make it harder for them to hit anything. Let's spread reverberation around. Now it's the Steel Watcher's turn. By the way, the AI is very, very dumb and does not care that the Steel Watcher will blow up. So, if you want to keep everybody alive, you will have to pay attention to that. Halsin's carrying one. I think Minthar's carrying the other. So I've got. So if I were to do this as a second take, I will move my bombs around. Shadowheart is carrying 3, Minthar's carrying 3, and Halsin's carrying 3. I split them across those 3 because they have the least DPS out of everybody else, or damage per turn. She's burdened. Just walk. Oh, probably because she's carrying the extra Watcher's crossbow. We'll go ahead and just have her toss this. Immediately locking these 2 in place. 2 turns.
Villains, take heed. Recovery is imminent.
She's got Hellfire, so she's gonna take 1d6 extra fire damage. That's okay though. We'll be fine. Oh, apparently she does not have any actions right now. Apply oil of combustion. Oil cover targets immediately upon taking fire damage. I mean, I'm on fire now. Would that count? Probably not. 30% chance to hit because I'm near the enemy. That's fine. I thought she still had actions, but the game did not reimburse me. We'll save that.
This is my time.
Oh, is it, Will? I thought we already had your time for the past 2 episodes. Turn off Repelling Blast. Okay, we're gonna have Will unend your turn. Go ahead and pass me some scrolls of telekinesis. Because these guys are stunned, it is 100%. Let's get these out of the way. And it's not necessary, but we'll just drink a haste potion and throw the second one. As I mentioned, I rehearsed these before hitting the record button, but that's how I'm going to rescue them, is telekinesis those robots away, and you get a 100% chance to do it if they've been stunned. By the way, that dude was ranting. Okay. By the way, I have seen the AI Misty step up here, which is kind of funny. He doesn't really have very many powers. I don't know if he's supposed to have more, but there's not much I can have him do. He can't even activate the whatchamacallits, the motivators, so he's just gonna stay there.
You fight against progress. I will not allow it.
Thankfully, these guys are not level 1. Working in the factory must obviously give levels, huh? You didn't have to step to the side of the shocking grasp, but I'm assuming that the game made you recalculate your decision once it was your turn again after getting hit in the head. Alright. We need to deal with this dude who is currently dominating Will. I guess pushback is alright. But so far, things are going well. Okay, so did Shadowheart resist that or not? No, she did not. Being pushed upstairs, which is why I was okay knocking him backwards. Okay. We'll go with this because it's faster to click on. While this does remove my fairy fire, I'm trying to get rid of the dominate person at this point. That would be more important. These guys are still stunned. You are the one who's dominating right now. The only other person who can handle is Tran, but Tran will not be able to put enough damage, I think, to get that to happen. You know what? We could do this. Let's see here. Because we've never really found a use for this spell. Send to Tran. read. It is a low-level ice spell. It's not Ice Storm. Maybe it's not a wizard spell? I thought it would be in here. There it is. Sleet Storm. It says here, calls forth a storm that disrupts the concentration of spellcasters, douses fire, and creates an ice surface. Okay. I've never been able to use Sleet. I've never found a time to use Sleet Storm. Pass that back to Will. Thanks for letting me borrow your book. And anything else we want to do? I mean, we can Concentrated Blast it, because he doesn't need to maintain that spell. I just needed to... knock her concentration off. And I only had these 3 characters to do it. I would like to save Asterian's attacks. Tran should be immune to ice, so he can walk on that just fine. He's immune to ice thanks to Nair's boots. So now Asterian is the only person remaining on this initiative order. These 2 guys will be stunned, but I no longer have to worry about Will or Shadowheart, who's in the next initiative phase, doing anything. We're going to have Asterian deal with this guy right here. Expected a miss on that. That's fine. Okay, Will. Let's see if we can get that attack higher. Apparently Jaheira got knocked out. Should count as an attack. So I could do something else again, which means I throw this. He had a levitator, or not, a motivator. Jaheira is the nearest one. Just feels some waste to send one of our powerful units. She also doesn't have an action, though I could drink a haste potion. We still have 1 turn once it's spawned. You are the only unit left, it seems. So that's a really low chance to hit, but... I forgot to bind your weapon after the rest. 50% chance. Or we'll do a level 3 hold person then. You start dealing with these guys. Trying to think if there's anything else I should do. I don't think so. I could throw another one and buy me some more time. It shouldn't be necessary, really. I haven't tried this yet. After the arrow hits, smaller bolts snake out from target towards nearby creatures. I'm hoping that's enough to get them to decide to trigger. Maybe it's randomized how many hit points they need to lose. However, they will still be stunned for another turn, so it's not like it's critical that they die now. Misty stepped from there to there, it looks like.
Let's make these bastards pay.
Can you even reach anybody? good contribution. Oh no, come on. Okay. Where did you go? That was a stupid move. I think she was here, she ran up. Misty step, that's fine. Just don't, this is why I'm trying to kill these guys as fast as possible, okay? The AI is dumb. You'd think the Gondians know that they would explode. And you may say, well, they just have a fervor for defeating them because they've been in prison for so long. You know what? I think that they cared about their lives because otherwise they would have just rebelled earlier. Plus, they wanted to make sure that their family's safe. Anything else we can do first? Could hop up. Oh no, I don't have enough movement anymore. Let's just go ahead and cast this then. 50%. I don't really like that. What else I can do with that? He's still branded. He just happened to miss.
Prinsky's motivation sequence activated.
I'm fine with you using your action on that instead of trying to kill these guys. It's a bonus action. What else are you gonna do? Menacing attack, but she's still alive. Concussive smash, she's still alive.
Warning. Sequence trigger imminent.
Alright, so this round I have to tackle both of them. That's not bad. I have all these things to take that I can do, but looks like we can just jump up here. House and toggle this one.
Disarmed. Oh, that was far too close for my liking.
Jaheira needs to toggle that one as well. One shot would have been fine. That's why I was hesitating if I should bother clicking this button down here, but we're almost done with this battle.
That was close.
They've ended their turn. They're no longer stunned. So the next time they move, if they're alive, they will get to attack. I didn't actually want to kill him anyways. Not that Will would have been able to do so with his pitiful damage. Because I want to deal with these guys first. And if I didn't deal with them, if I left him alive, maybe they might go for him. Apparently I left one of my weapons upstairs. That's not down, so I'll need to deal with that afterwards. I think I'm gonna hit her. I don't know why I keep getting that inspiration. I have killed every Steel Watchers I've come across. Get this guy even without seeing him.
Done. And not a moment too soon.
Unfortunately, since I was not successful in telekinesis, Jaheira cannot reach him, though I guess she could take a shot at him with her hand crossbow.
not give up. Push them back.
Oh, come on. That would have been pretty cool if you actually had successfully killed him with that attack. You know what? We need to guarantee this kill so he doesn't kill anybody. We're going to use one of our magic missile scrolls and finish him off. Okay. I don't actually know what these characters say because they always run off, and we could try talking to them, see what they've got.
No, you're not here. It's a trick. An overseer trick. But I won't fall for it. I'm a good Gondian.
Yeah, we just slaughtered all the Baneites. How do you think this is a trick? I mean, I guess that's a pretty severe trick. Let's go ahead and grab Karlach's spears. I looked around a little bit upstairs, but it's probably a moot point anyways, because this is Tran. You can see that he's actually in dialogue bug. Because I talked to that one chick as she was trying to leave. Imagine if I were to hit attack, that would fix it, but then the person become hostile to me. I have tried making him talk to someone else.
You wish to consult me?
That hasn't fixed the issue. This is still Tran right here. Which means I will have to kill these guys again. Great. I will see you once we take care of that. Lesson learned, don't bother talking to them. First, I tried saving and loading here, and that did seem to fix my bug, at least for now. And the lightning jabber is actually over here, that's why I didn't find it. Let's take a look at these corpses before we make our way in that direction. Bane Palandius. An unfinished letter written in broad, looping handwriting with purple ink. There's another copy of this note down the road, and we'll go and just read this one. Dear Reaper of Baal, Clotita. It was at one of the Chosen's meetings that I saw you. I was guarding Lord Gortash, you were guarding Lady Orin. They went into the meeting room while we guarded the door, and you and I spoke, so briefly. But every word you said is graven on my heart, as if carved by an interrogation chisel. I looked into your fiery eyes, and I felt, how can I describe it? I felt a real connection like nothing I'd ever. Yeah, and for some reason he's carrying two of them. I don't know why they're often carrying two of the same books. Fist of Bane Frode. A guard's written orders to protect Gortash's submersible vehicle at any cost. I get experience for that. We need to go to... I mean, yeah. Was it something about updating, go to the prison? It seems the Baners are using a type of submersible. Sure, whatever game. I think we figured that out already, okay? Keep up. Arr. Bane's Book of Admonitions. Book of Adages and Precepts for Baneites, providing the basic tenets of worship of the Lord of Tyranny, which suggest prayers for common situations. The heart of the book is Bane's 12 admonitions, a dozen rules for proper Baneite conduct, with punishments specified for failure to comply. The book opens easily to a page with two of Bane's most popular admonitions, number 6, the reprimand for leniency, and number 7, the rebuke for false compassion. I'd really rather you just instead of giving a summary or writing notes about love that doesn't have any bearing with the game whatsoever, I want to know more about this stuff here. Pass that over to Karlach. The game had to catch up to me. While we're at it, we'll bind all of our weapons. Nope, not that one. Just swig a couple of potions here. We go up the next floor area. We're gonna check out the rest of these corpses. Another key, another of the same mace, guard rotation. Effective next 10 day, all Bay Knights will be on rotating shifts to guard the submersible. Beginning with this thorax, report to Flynn cargo on the first day of your shift. Complaints will not be tolerated. Throats, not thorax. Okay. The submersible had no guards whatsoever. Yes, there were soldiers in the Iron Throne, but that is not how you guard a submersible. Considering the rest of the world is at the dock or behind it. Nobody else is in the Iron Throne. Maybe that just means that we caught them before they started guarding the submersible, I suppose. So I don't see why that would be the case. Okay, hold on. No, from a game design standpoint, the only reason they did that was so that the Wave Mother could accost you in the way they were doing that. But realistically, since they have to use guards to bring the prisoners to the Iron Throne, or have guards enter the Iron Throne, there is absolutely zero reason that Gortash would not have any soldiers guarding the submersible. You may say, well, he's trying to do it stealthily. He could just stuff that and hit submersible in the worm's rock and no one would question him anyways. There's another note to Clotida. The unfinished note.
If I've counted my footsteps correctly, this door leads to the Foundry's depths and the Neurosita.
Vessel identified. I'm pleased to report that we have sourced the vessel and pilot to transport the hostages to the Iron Throne. Red Hammer is a godless fool, but his love of gold outweighs any moral qualms he might have. He will do for now. And then over here is where they gamble. Tally's losers list. First day break. Anoic -1, Frode +3, Yuntz -8, Gudrun +6. Tally, Gudrun up 12 gold. That's a very insignificant amount of gold. So the parchment. Can I read that if I pick it up? Nope. Stop. Do not open it. Apparently this note was 14 gold by itself. Do not, I repeat, do not open this door without my key. The entire operation relies on you following this simple rule. And I will personally cleave the head from the neck of the idiot who does otherwise. Black Gauntlet Hans Ribs. There's a zombie.
I smell death and decay. We're near cadaver preparation, aren't we? Poor bastards are shipped in from all over the realms. Most come from a fellow called Balthazar, by way of Moonrise Towers.
Rain removal. An excerpt from A Practical Introduction to Mercolite Operative Necromancy. A note has been scrawled at the top of the pages. Make full use of the motivator should the Gondian artificers prove unwilling. Oh wait, there's... Order to Black Gauntlet Ribs from Lord Gortash. When the Steel Watcher quota for the next 10 days delivered, we will consider Watcher Phase 1 complete and can start winding down operations in the Foundry. We will have enough automatons for our immediate purposes. Besides, we have an unexpected tadpole shortage that limits production. There is no longer a need to coddle the Gondians if they prove truculent. You are authorized to execute individual troublemakers and stack their corpses somewhere visible as an example. And in this corner we have a bunch of bodies and Gondian Lamppost Bigs. Please help, the bandits have taken out families hostages, and they're being held in an underwater prison. Get to the submersible by the rest of the notes contents are obscured by blood. I'm assuming you meant to type "our" here. So, apparently Gondian Biggs is not a good typist. That's not the spell I need this one.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
What is going on here? Bay Knights came, took over the Foundry, forced us to make Steel Watches.
How did you die?
The Bay Knights Had my husband beat me for eavesdropping. What did you hear? The prison. The Iron Throne. It's underwater. Submersible. And a warehouse. Docks. How do I disable the Steel Watch? Toobin. Only Toobin knows. How many guards are in the building?
The corpse remains silent. It does not know. The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Don't know why that question is even an option. First off, there's no real answer that he gives you. And second, to get this far, you have to fight all the guards. I'm sure that you can invisible your way through that otherwise. But there's no point to that question whatsoever. This next section, we can actually interface with these brains, and we'll go and have the other characters interact with them, but use Tran's voice. How Gortash hijacked the Gondian Auto Guard project to create a Steel Watchers is remarkable and horrible, and somebody ought to tell it. Might as well be me. The original design for the Auto Guards outwardly resembled the eventual Watchers, but an Auto Guard was designed to be piloted by a small individual in the cockpit and the torso. So the Gondians are making mechs. When Gortash, through some scheme involving fraud and blackmail, took over the Dock Foundry, he scrapped those plans and announced that the Steel Watch would be entirely remote controlled from his central hub. We had no idea that this remote control would involve both Miraculite Necromancy and Illithid Psionics, as finally worked out under duress by Zanner Toobin. Fitting out a Steel Watcher requires the following steps. A zombie is decapitated and has his brain removed. The brain is tadpoled and put in a brain jar where it becomes part of the absolute hive mind. The tadpoled brain retains a psionic connection to its undead body. The undead, headless body is wired into the torso of a Steel Watcher. That means that there's corpses in each of these Steel Watchers, yet one, nobody can smell it. Okay, maybe they've embalmed it or something, or although that has its own scent. Two, every Steel Watcher we've defeated, there's been no mention, no evidence of any corpse inside. Absolute Elder Brain sends psionic orders to a jarred brain. The jarred brain passes on the order to its connected Steel Watcher. All of this telepathic traffic is coordinated through the neurocitor in the control center, but I hope to do something about that. To Bendabris. If this note ever finds its way to you, it means I'm dead, but at least I died trying. As the chief artificer of the Titan project, I know just what that horror can do, and I'm determined to see it destroyed. Zanner Toobin mentioned that if the proper code is entered into the neurocitor, it triggers a fatal psionic feedback loop. I don't know what the code is, but I might be able to guess it, and if I die taking down the Titan, that would be a good death. I love you. Lula. Yes, so I'm going to go ahead and interface with these with different characters, just because I want to have the Illithid check to pass, but we'll use Tran's voice for all of it anyways.
The brain in this jar is aware that its watcher is on duty in the control center, vast and throbbing with Illithid telepathy. It ignores your mind touch as a mere distraction.
Okay, number one. These brains are massive. Look, it's the size of Will's torso. Number two. Even if you smash up this jar, which does have 20 hit points, it does not affect the watchers inside the control center.
Your tadpole eagerly responds to the parasite in the brain jar. You blink to find yourself standing at Worm's Crossing. You are a Steel Watcher, a guardian of Baldur's Gate. Before you stands a group of humans.
He said he was Flaming Fist. That we had to empty our pockets if we wanted to enter the city. We didn't know it was a scam. We have nothing left, and my kids are half-starved. Please, let us into the city. We have nowhere else to go.
Okay. I understand that this is taking place inside your character's head as you interface with this, but remember that you're all tadpoled, you all have a mental connection to each other and share memories. We just covered that with the whole Raven Guard scenario. Yet, if you attack the family, no one disapproves. We're going to pick wrest control from the parasite and allow the family to pass.
Your gears whine in protest, but you force your body to one side. gesturing for the family to enter the city.
Thank you, sir. Come on, kids. Grab your bags. Hurry.
You are kicked from the Watcher's brain. The family runs into Baldur's Gate, unnoticed by the parasite. The Watcher this brain controls is offline for maintenance. The brain dreams, images of life in a garden cottage in spring. The brain twitches and pulses, as if still living.
Oh. Halston can't do it because he does not have a parasite.
A parasite stirs within the pickled brain, twitching. As your mind connects, you feel yourself become strong, powerful, metal. You are a Steel Watcher, charging through the streets in pursuit of a young girl. She is screaming.
Disrupt the parasite's connection to the Steel Watcher. Of course. Yes. Now, there's the flip side of it. Whereas Minthara might not individually care, and it wouldn't make sense for her to do that, she also wouldn't see the point in killing wantonly. Remember that she has rebuked our character for just wanting to kill for killing's sake.
For a split second, you wrest control. The Steel Watcher's legs lock. It crashes to the ground. The little girl disappears down an alley. Safe for now.
And she has said that if I kill all the urchins who are stealing, then how will they learn? So, you know what? It's going to be a good match for the next interface.
The brain in this jar is controlling a Watcher on sentry duty.
Wait! Elevator gyroscopes, triple set quadrupex. No, it can't be.
Move! We don't have time for this.
You don't understand what lies ahead. I hear it through the floor. Powerful, indestructible. The ultimate Watcher. The Titan.
Of course, they built an indestructible Super Watcher. Why wouldn't they?
An overconfident appraisal. I'll show them the flaws in their design.
Ha! Every tinkerer thinks his toy is indestructible. Until you hit it hard enough.
Did you help to construct this metal monstrosity, Gnome? Help us disable it.
It shames me to admit this, but you must face this beast of Gondian folly alone. I would be crushed in an instant. When it raises its shields, strike it with every scrap of magic and might you possess, and pray to God that it does not fire upon you. Good luck, my friend.
Okay, that was rude. Because Minthara walked near the door, he decided to interrupt. I didn't even open the door yet.
Your mind whirls as the brain, swimming with parasitic juices, connects with yours. With a jerk, your mind is transported. You look down, your body of pure steel and power whirring. A dwarf cowers before you.
Please, Mr. Steel Watcher, sir. I'll never steal again, I swear it on my mum's life. Just let me go.
No, please, like he's telling the truth. Still, we are opposing the Steel Watchers in Gortash. Force the Steel Watcher to release the dwarf.
You take control, but it is a struggle. Your body freezes as the parasite fights back.
So, I can go? Oh, thank you, Mr. Steel Watcher, thank you!
You are kicked from the Watcher as the dwarf flees, unaware of how close he came to death.
I think he knows how close he was to death. Narrator? We'll immediately see 3 Hellfire Watchers, which is an improved version of the Steel Watchers we had been fighting. I believe the ones that we fought in the previous area were also Hellfire Watchers. Not that they take psychic damage, we'll go and just apply this already, which is stage fright. That's not necessary for the battle, it just will help future Cold Weak abilities, so we don't forget. go ahead and switch over to Shadowheart. We'll have her cast a Bless spell, and then let me think here. We'll have Astarion run. No. Pass one of these to Astarion. Maybe not her, because she's only got 2 left. Alston on this side, he'll throw over there. Shadowheart will throw to the left. And who's gonna throw to the one in the front? I guess Minthara.
At your command.
Carla, you're standing back there. Let's get you closer to the group. And we'll go and start blessing. Karlak, Starion, of course, and Jaheira. Swap to this. And
Villains, take heed. Recovery is imminent.
oh, I want battle to start. Well, we've got more of these. I feel like that should be a whole cutscene. Although I forgot to have the camera on this guy as he was being lifted, I'll include footage of it at the end. But all that happens was this lifts up, and this is revealed. That's it. There's no cutscene. I feel like it should be. Okay, it's still got burned out optics, which I don't care. I just want it stunned.
Villains, take heed. Recovery.
Alston, you have very high initiative, which comes in handy for this.
Villains, take heed. Recovery is imminent.
He's got a unique, well, it's not very important, but he's got a slightly different skinned Watcher Greatsword. We'll try to get that. So light reverberation, which will lower his stats. Well, I guess I should have placed this first. I think it's a wisdom check for a command spell. That is actually perfect. I want that. Oh, nope, just stay there. Shadowheart, go and throw here.
Villains, take heed. Recovery is imminent.
Oh, let's go ahead and have... Should he cast... Shouldn't take more than 3 turns, so we'll go and drink that. Take telekinesis powers and start shoving everybody into this little spot. He used up his legendary incapacitation. Unfortunately, I can't get close enough to start stabbing, though I could do Slashing Flourish. Yeah, find a spot where I can hit him, because the Watcher is in my way. Doing a pretty good job blocking it, actually. And I have no more movement. Alright, fine, I'll just hit it. I wanted Slashing Flourish. Can I really not hit that? And drop at max level. And I guess I didn't need Acuity because it's going to be, I believe it's going to be 100% with them being all incapacitated. she would have to dash to get there. Is that what I'd like to do? Or do I want to cast Fairy Fire? We'll go and have her dash. Use the regular dash. Stand on this side of everybody. Maybe a little bit more angled this way. And we'll start staggering. Did I ever change her to Radiant? Probably not. Unfortunately, Shadowheart is probably too close, so we'll just throw this, which is fine because these spears are lightning based to damage anyways. So wait till Shadowheart gets out of the way, and then we'll do an action surge. Could throw. Would we be able to cast Divine Smite afterwards? When I clicked it. Just want to throw in a place that doesn't hit all of my characters. Alright, we'll wait for Shadowheart to back out of the way. She is a little bit too close, but I wanted to add some reverberation there. I can't get close. Yeah, I can't get close enough, so we'll just do that, and that'll... Oh, I probably could have applied this, though. I don't know if you can hex a target with more than one thing. I don't think you can. I believe I've tried that before. We'll try Constitution, let's just see. Okay, he is hexed in Wisdom and Constitution. Now, these guys are currently weak to lightning, but in the most recent build of the game, which I am not running, on tactician mode, they are no longer weak to lightning, but that is easily solved by a Create Water spell, so it's not exactly a huge problem. Anything else I want to do? I guess I could run up and punch someone. Now we can move Shadowheart out of the way, but first we'll do one more jump. Sorry, Minthar. I thought I managed to get you, aim it in a way that didn't get you. For some reason I can't. Not all of them really light up necessarily. Minthar, you. All right. I would like them to detonate each other, and I think that would be funnier. We're going to try that. Throw a potion of speed down on myself. Then we'll run around here and punch this guy a few times. Radiant before I forget further. Alright, let's go ahead and rage up. Throw Nyruna. That one's detonation impending. Bound one. This will make him detonation impending. Or not. Now it is. Okay. We need to trigger that one. And he is in the range of all three of them, which is totally not necessary, but I figured, you know what? We're on to a good thing. I don't want to kill him off just yet. I don't think there's really anything I can cast that would help the explosion along, so we'll just end his turn there. Now, just so you know, them getting stunned does not stop them from detonating, but I'm just going to keep the Titan from moving.
Villains, take heed. Recovery is imminent.
Right, that one's going to detonate, so Tran is actually going to be in the way of that. What we can do, however, if I cared, and might as well, because send this to Asterion. In the book. Mention door, Tran. Let's get him out of there. And oh, okay. I was gonna say he was supposed to explode. Just so you know, the Steel Watcher Titan does not explode. That was very disappointing, but I understand that would make the battle too easy. They shouldn't explode in the first place. Some Inferno Iron. I don't think you can actually do anything with that. On this body, we find the Gondian mail. On a hit, possibly inflict a guiding bolt upon the target.
It is time. Let us end this.
Shut up, dude. I'm reading descriptions. This object shines with a glowing light in a radius of 6 meters, and has Celestial Haste, which is a haste spell that lasts for 5 turns. It also has Bolt of Celestial Light. Frighten your target with intimidating arrows once per short rest. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and pass this over to Halsin, and he'll replace his current bow with that. Carla, go ahead and pick up this greatsword. We can also help ourselves with the Watcher crossbow too while we're at it, since we made them all drop at the same time. Set the camp. Let's take a look around the room before we talk to him and blow up the area, because then you can't come back. So he may say we've got to do this, but it needs to wait. A personal journal written in square technical printing. The final entry is slanted, the letters almost carved into the paper. I must find a way to avoid overnight control center monitor duty in the future. I must. There are no problems with the mechanisms. The hybrid Gondian illithid devices work flawlessly. But at night, when the Watchers are largely disengaged from complex duties, their brains, dear God, the brains. The brains begin to whisper psionically. The whispers join and harmonize, and then the brains sing. And it's a song of such unutterable sadness, such deadly melancholy that if I heard it again, I don't think I could survive the experience. I must find a way to avoid monitor duty if I'm assigned again. Maybe if I came down sick, could cut off a finger. Would that be enough? Actually, did I miss a note? I talked about cutting off a finger. Now that the Titan is operational, there is no more reason to maintain Bayonet guards in the control center. In fact, it would be needlessly dangerous. The Steel Watchers will handle guard duty in the center. Henceforth, stay out. I feel like there was a note. I don't remember reading it aloud. So I'll real quick run back and check for that once we finish this other side. Actually, while you're running that, we'll have a stare in because he's been the favorite of this episode so far. We'll head on over here and we'll use him in a minute. Automaton component. This is a little sad.
This head belonged to the automaton you encountered in the Underdark. How did it come to be here?
This is that butler dude from the Enchanted Tower, the Wizard's Tower, whatever it was called, the one with the sentry guns. I don't even remember the butler's name. I just know that he was there as an emotional support device for whoever the wizard was that lived in that tower long time ago. Your kind of curiosity. Gortash, a drow recruit, brought this curious object in from the Underdark. I have no idea what it signifies, but it's clearly the kind of clockwork jiggery pokery you enjoy, so I just send it to you with my compliments. Ketherick. And I think that's it. I don't know if there's any point to this, because we're going to blow up this place, but it's going to turn that, and all these brains come flying out. And then we're going to go and make a save, and I'm going to go look for that note, because I really feel like there was another note that talked about someone cutting their finger. And it's just as well we read that note first. This puts that into context.
How much farther can I go?
Okay, let me run around and check for that note real quick. One of these parchments are supposed to say that it was, it can be felt. Kind of unlocked it with metal crate key, which has a couple potions in it. I searched all these bodies because the star's not on them, but we'll double check to make sure it's not a note that I missed. Submersible maintenance. I don't think I read this one. This handwritten ledger appears to be a meticulous record of the Steel Foundry's production cycle. Mechanical parts of the submersible that had passed their Gondian function warranty date were removed on Threes Day and replaced with new pieces. Used pieces were brought from the dock warehouse back to the shop so points of wear can be noted and preventative measures can be taken to avoid fault or failure. Flodita. Concise guide to winning at the card game Talus, including a robust appendix detailing methods of cheating. This latter appendix appears well thumbed with certain specific methods starred or underlined. I think Gudrun was the one who was winning. The gambling note we saw earlier. Unite request form. Protecting the submersible. Ribs failures as a Banite. I think this might have been it. Yeah, here it is. Hans Rives. Calls himself a Banite when he's a disgrace to the Tyranny Lord. A Black Gauntlet. Rives? What a joke. I should be the Black Gauntlet at the Foundry lab level. In fact, I'm going to compile a list of Rives' shortcomings for the Overseers. Then they'll see. These are just from the last 10 day alone. Number 1. Rives failed to reprimand Palandalus for making jokes about Lord Gortash. Number 2. Rives missed the morning Master Bane twice. Number 3. Rives didn't punish Gondian Ulfriend when she missed her gyronetics quota merely because she lost a finger that day in the punch press. Number 4. I'll think of something. There we go. That's the one I was looking for. And it's just a helpless zombie there. We could kill him and get, I don't know, we'll say about 100 experience. But as we are level 12, it doesn't really matter. He'll die with the rest of the explosions after all. Assumedly. Maybe he'll rise from the rubble, intent on getting his revenge. Take a look at the neural switchboard. Remember that we did read the book we pilfered from his unconscious body?
The Neurosita awaits your input.
Call upon your knowledge of ancient scripts to decipher the symbol.
You get an advantage for being a wizard. Seriously, what? We have a +2 advantage and an extra 1d4, and we cannot roll a 15.
The Neurosita is the epicenter of the Steel Watch, controlling and connecting every single Watcher in the city. Its technology is far beyond anything you have ever seen. You'll need more than magic or steel to destroy it.
Press a button.
The machine doesn't respond.
And if we do this, we lose the rune powder bomb. And since we already have a perfectly serviceable option right here that doesn't cost us a bomb, just use him. But if you, for whatever reason, lost him in battle, didn't free the hostages, whatever, I'm sure that the bomb would come in handy.
Telepathic traffic radiates in waves from this semi-illithid globe, and your tadpole throbs in blissful response. This vile globe fills you with instinctive revulsion.
The Neurosita. I can hear its hum. Familiar, yet painful. I helped design the Steel Watchers, toiled night and day on the first bipedal prototype. It is fitting it ends this way. I will bring down not only the Steel Watch, but the very foundry itself. This place will be smoke and rubble when I am finished. Are you ready, my friend?
What are you going to do?
Like the foundry, the Neurosita's exterior is near impossible to penetrate. However, its inner circuitry is highly unstable. I'm going to rain fire upon it from the inside out.
Now, I don't know if it's because I'm a sap for heroic tragedies, but I do feel that this would have meant more if picking this option was not just some free, you get to keep the rune powder bomb option, but he died in the process. Because to get to be able to fulfill the conditions to have him help you, I assume you have to save the Gondians, and that kind of puts you on the slants towards goodness stuff. And yet to let him sacrifice himself in that pursuit, I think would be a nice crowning touch upon all the plight of the Gondians. But that's not an option. He escapes, even if we just plant the bomb. So yeah, we're gonna have him do this.
Gond, let your hammer be my courage, your furnace my heart.
And it is the exact same animation. Nothing changes if we were to put the bomb, except for Wulbren introductory statement. Very, very silent running there.
That was a hell of a show, my friend. Watchers collapse in the street as we speak. And the foundry. Well, it won't stain this beautiful city with its abominations. Not anymore. But it's not over. So long as a single parasitic Gondian remains, Baldur's Gate is under threat.
Enough, Wulbren. Gortash enslaved us, forced us to build his Steel Watchers, but no more. Take the city, let the Iron Hands reign supreme. I just wish to go home and hold my daughter.
What about Gortash? What if he forces you to build up his Steel Watch once more?
He'll never find us. We have safe houses all over the city. We are no threat. I swear it.
Please. If a Gondian told me the sky was blue, I'd look outside and check. You Gondians will lie, scheme, and torment this city until your dying breaths. Let's end this!
Wulbren, enough! I won't watch as you poison your soul, and the brilliant future that remains to the Iron Hand gnomes. I thought the Iron Hand gnomes had corrupted you, Wulbren. Now, I wonder if it wasn't the other way around. Kill the Gondians, and you kill all we love. Collaboration, challenge, solving problems with the power of reason, creativity, and invention. I still want to believe you're better than that, Wulbren. But even I am having my doubts.
If this was an epic of old, Barkus here would summon his courage and lead the Iron Hand gnomes.
Just want you to see all the different choices we have because we are 12 different classes. But we're going to go ahead and pick this number 2.
I say you're right. They deserve a leader who'll encourage them to create, not destroy. They deserve someone like me. I can't save you from yourself, Wulbren. It hurts terribly, but I can't. Toss your values in the bin if you want, but don't throw out the Iron Hands with them.
This is ridiculous. Iron Hands. Kill this man. How dare you? Cowards!
The Gondians recognize Barkus Root as leader of the Iron Hand Gnomes, and look forward to ushering in a new peace between our factions.
It is with a heavy heart that I remove Wulbren Bongal from our ranks. You have until first light to leave the city. Wulbren.
I expect treachery from all sides, but you, little Barkus, the boy who followed me from the Underdark, who clung to me like moss to stone, when we next meet, my hammer will cleave your skull in two, and that is a promise!
I thought about running after Wulbren to kill him, but I don't want to glitch the game any more than I might already be doing so by leveraging all the opportunities we already have.
Well, here we are. A most unexpected outcome.
You should have killed Wulbren.
Wulbren might be a violent bastard, but I have the privilege of being better than him. And now I have a great responsibility to boot. I'm not sure how to lead the Iron Hand Gnomes, but I know I won't do worse than Wulbren, that's for sure. Thank you for your encouragement. I needed it, and have done since the day we met. I may have lost Wulbren, but I found a far preferable ally. Friend, even. Now, myself and the Iron Hand Gnomes have much to disentangle. But when you're ready to face what's waiting for you, believe me, we will be at your side. Shoo then, for now, my friend.
It is ridiculous that they're just going to let Wulbren go when he knows the hideout of the Iron Hand Gnomes. So I guess the Flaming Fist has more things to worry about. But still, let's say Wulbren gave away that hideout, because if we didn't kill those Flaming Fist guards, they would have actually offered us some money to figure out where the Iron Hands were hiding. And Wulbren did just basically say, you're going to regret this. You should never let anybody go who's threatening you. I'm always tired of stories that do that. I know that they don't want to write new villains, because then you lose everything, the backstory or whatever has been going on with the current antagonist you've got. We have a lot of information about Wulbren already. That's Wulbren, right? I sometimes get the names Barkus and Wulbren mixed up. So yeah, I get why they didn't kill him. I just think it's ridiculous. If the dude promises to be a threat and you let him walk away, I feel that you have some partial responsibility in however he chooses to live out that threat.
Something's going on down there.
An alliance with the Iron Hands. I didn't think it possible. The Gondians are in your debt, my friend. Simply call, and we will be by your side. I swear it.
This dude seems like a class act. I kind of like him. I just regret that I'm not able to heal his blindness through any of my magic spells or potions that I have thrown at him. I get that it's a mutilated blindness and not a magic blindness, such as by flash blinders or whatever. I get that. So that makes sense. Still, surely my level 6 spells, which are, a cleric capable of casting divine intervention, and spells themselves are divine intervention, by the way, you'd think I might be able to do something for someone's lost eye. That being said, him saying, like, I recognize the Iron Hand leader, I don't know by what authority he really claims to be. Sure, he may be the Gondian leader, but at this point, he's just a bunch of hostages, worn and weary from being slaves in the Foundry, having just escaped, and with the enemy Iron Hand gnomes in front of him. I mean, imagine if they were, if he had all these crossbows pointed at him. It's like, I recognize the authority of this guy who wants to dethrone you. Really? Come on, dude. It's a political move that is smarter than not, but still, it is a bit ridiculous to hear that in the middle of the street. Additionally, everybody always looks so stone-faced, staring straight ahead, as an NPC does during these cutscenes, when realistically the Gondians should be doing something as they watch the Iron Hand gnomes, whatever it may be. Have their hand on their weapon, stand ready for dodging or combat, or even looking at the Iron Hand gnomes. Okay, but yes, ranting aside, we have now defeated the Steel Watch, and all of the Guardians. This was not one that was on the map. He was just placed here deliberately so we could see the results of our work. But all the Steel Watch that we have passed along the way, and these are also ones that we've killed. Let's find one we haven't. But all the Steel Watch we have passed along the way are now collapsed, and so I don't think there's any sign of zombies in them, but maybe, I don't know. Remember that there was that book that said that the undead body is inside the Steel Watcher.
Those are spots, you idiot.
Well, we can see one right here. Collapsed from the... So listed as dead. Let's see if anybody has anything to say. I haven't actually tested this.
What I want to know is, who's going to clean up that pile of Watcher junk? Not me.
These fists were trying to confiscate the beer from these merchants.
The fists don't swagger so much without their steel muscle to back them up.
And I did mention that I have tried killing the guards, and there's absolutely no commentary from the NPCs.
Your methods are somewhat unorthodox, Sir Fist.
Hard times, citizen. Let's not let them get any harder, eh? Can't sail them without us, right?
That wrecked Steel Watcher. Ugh, it smells like something died in it.
So if I had killed them, then I wouldn't be able to get this dialogue now.
Oh, I'm gonna miss our big metal buddy. Never had an easier time of shaking down the locals than when we had a Watcher at our back. Is that the endless miracle?
Sir Fist, I think you should reconsider your
With our Steel Watchers turned into piles of junk, you'd think these traders would be happy to offer us a drink in consolation. Ha ha! Tightwads!
They are actually mercenaries.
Steel Watchers. Dead and gone. I'll drink to that.
Rescue Orin's victim. We destroyed the Steel Watch Foundry as Orin instructed. She seems to enjoy infiltrating our camp and leaving messages for us there. Maybe that's where we'll find further instructions.
Formerly nice neighborhood. Now back off, honey.
This is as far as I've gotten in my practice run, so we'll go and call it an episode here. And I will try to find out all the content I can get lined up for you in the next episode. My goal is still to rescue Lae'zel as fast as possible, but while filling in all the checkboxes along the way so that we don't miss any content. That's what it looks like when it lifts up, and I will stall for time until it activates some of its abilities, which it never got to do in our playthrough. One of its abilities is to hunker down and resist any damage below 15, I believe. He can disable that at any point. I think he may do it as a reaction if you've hit him enough times, because it's apparently not working. He can also shoot Hellfire Missiles, which I've never actually seen, because whenever he's hunkered down, I just threw one of this at him on my first rehearsal of this, and it canceled out everything he was doing. These guys did not take a shot for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because my armor class is just so absurdly high at this point. Okay, that's new to me. Let's see what Hellfire Curse is. Disadvantage on Strength, Dexterity, and Constitution saving throws. She does have protection from energy fire, but the Hellfire, of course, is going to... That says ignores resistance to fire, but it didn't It looked like... Did I not take damage from being burned because I'm in the globe of invulnerability? If that's so, that's actually kind of funny. Alright, so this dude can throw Hellfire, launch a Lola, shoots a projectile across your strains. I have never seen him move. Let's try hitting him a couple times to see if he will defend himself so we can show that. He's currently invulnerable, however, but we'll fix that in a second. Let's go and step off of the Hellfire. Move the glow over here. Are we invulnerable yet? Yeah. The Steel Watch will be in every city, on every street in the Forgotten Realms. It is inevitable. I feel like they should have Gortash's voice bellowing that out from some sort of loudspeakers. These guys seem very confused. Oh. Okay, apparently they're not the only ones who are confused, because the camera unveiled that balcony. Can I actually get up there? Just wondering if I can... Alright, so he is currently invulnerable, which is fine. I don't really plan on killing all of them. I'm just wondering, is he going to do anything else? That's the whole point of this, is not actually to fight him. I may have to step out, but I'm wondering if it's also damage him enough times that he does other things, kind of phase stuff. So now that he stepped outside the invulnerability shield, let's try hitting it a couple more times. These guys have no idea what they want to do. Normally they would activate the Malefactor ability, but because I did try attacking Gortash in the Great Hall, and I spent a long time waiting for the AI bots to continually Malefactor me out of my global invulnerability, this time I came prepared. She is currently wearing the Boots of Striding that Will normally wears. She's concentrating on global invulnerability, so she can't be dragged out at all. In fact, I could throw this at these guys and they would stop running around, but that's not necessary. Let's just keep zapping this guy. There we go. That would have knocked me backwards. It looks like it did damage to all of his allies, repelling protocol. 2d8 thunder, expel a wave of force to push everyone back 8 meters and knock them prone. You burned him for 22 damage. In fact, where they're hopping around, we can take a look at Unyielding Construct. Only an attack dealing at least 15 damage can harm this Steel Watcher, and then he gets Repair Matrix while he's doing bulwark. I must be lethargic, so my turn gets skipped. So while he's in the defensive state, he gets the Unyielding Construct, Repair Matrix, Hellfire Missiles, and Repelling Protocols. This is my first time seeing Hellfire Missiles. So this is him attacking that area, which will happen on his turn. Our character must have gotten knocked back or something at some point. Not really worried about it. Even if she were to die, I still have another 8 companions. I could drink a potion too if I really felt like it, but let's continue just messing with the enemy. And we'll stay in the blast. Let's see what this does to us. You didn't actually fire the Hellfire Missiles, did you? You began it, yeah, you used Targeting Protocol in turn 6, and then on turn 7 you just decided to go and cancel. You terminated Bulwark Protocol on yourself. I still have not gotten to see this Hellfire Missile business. I want to see that. These guys don't want to attack because they don't think they can hurt me, is what I'm guessing. Fine, cast some of these then. The guys activated Bulwark again. Hopefully he'll kick in those missiles this time. Targeting Protocol, good. Does that move? While he did, it says activated on Shadowheart, didn't actually do anything. To her specifically, just in the area. Okay, I like it. That would probably be the counter to this Shadowheart build, considering it did a number on her Arcane Ward. And now she can actually start taking damage from enemy. Alright, I think that's basically everything we need to see. I don't think anybody really went... I don't think it's really necessary that I defeat him, but if I wanted to, just look, boom.
Villains. Take heed.
He's literally stunned. He can do nothing. Now I can just zap him with my Chain Lightning. Victory is inevitable for me. Alright, that is all the extra abilities that the Steel Watcher Titan could have done if I just didn't completely demolish him on our playthrough. Thank you very much for watching. Tran wins Baldur's Gate 3. I'll see you next time.